So the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card just got a launch date announced today, and it doesn't seem like it's too bad of a card. You get a welcome bonus of 60,000 points after $4,000 spent. Pretty good, especially since each point is at least worth 1 cent per point. The multipliers on the card are really competitive. You get 5 points per dollar spent on hotels, you get 4 points per dollar spent on airlines, 3 times on dining, and 1 times on everything else. And also these point categories are unlimited. What makes this card really enticing is that the annual fee is only $95. But now I'm kind of thinking, how does the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card compare to other mid-tier travel credit cards? So because I like to see everything pictured onto like a bar graph thing, I've got here a tier list today, and we're going to see how all the other cards stack up in this tier list rank. And because we're going to be using the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card as the base or the control for this tier list, we're going to be putting the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card into the B tier because it's in between the highest tier and the lowest tier. So we're going to put that in B tier for now. So this has to happen. We have to first compare it to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. They even have really similar welcome bonuses, except if you go into a Chase Bank branch and apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred in person, usually you can find a higher welcome bonus. I think you can get a welcome bonus of 80,000 points for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So a little bit higher than the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card, but I guess if we're going to compare it like publicly, it is really close. Because the welcome bonus on the Chase Sapphire Preferred right now publicly is 60,000 bonus points after $4,000 is spent. And they both are really similar cards. They both have an annual fee of $95, and how the Chase Sapphire Preferred offsets that annual fee is giving you a $50 statement credit like the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. But the Chase Sapphire Preferred statement credit is only good on the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal for hotels. And I don't know about you, but staying at a $50 hotel is a lot harder to do unless you love staying at motels, especially comparing it to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card, because the multipliers on the Chase Sapphire Preferred are straight up inferior compared to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. However, there are 2 ways that the Chase Sapphire Preferred does outshine the Wells Fargo Autograph card. The first one is obvious. Chase has a lot of transfer partners, especially ones that are really valuable like Hyatt, where you can easily get 2 cents per point or even up to 6 cents per point pretty easily. It's usually no problem. It also has domestic partners to transfer to like United, while the Wells Fargo Autograph card, based on the travel partners, they basically only have international travel partners like Aero Club, Air France, Avanca Miles, and British Airways and Iberia. It's not impossible to book a domestic flight using these programs, however, it is a little bit harder to do. And the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card only has a hotel partner of Choice Privileges Hotels. So if we're looking at the travel partners, the Chase Sapphire Preferred definitely wins. No question. However, Wells Fargo does say that they're planning on adding more transfer partners later in the year, so hopefully they copy Bilt's model. And the second thing is travel protections, because the Chase Sapphire Preferred has trip delay, and also it's a primary coverage for car rental insurance, versus the Wells Fargo Autograph card is only primary outside of the United States, but is secondary within the United States. However, it's not all lost with the Wells Fargo Autograph card, because the Wells Fargo Autograph card does have a couple protections over the Chase Sapphire Preferred, is that they have enhanced cell phone protection. So this will cover up to $1,000 a claim for a cell phone, which is the cost of most cell phones this year, and has a deductible of $25, which is actually a lot better than even the American Express Platinum cell phone protection benefit, where the American Express Platinum will only cover $800 and the deductible is $50. And then the second thing that the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card has over the Chase Sapphire Preferred is that they have trip cancellation and interruption insurance up to $15,000 per incident. There's a $20,000 cap, but that's way larger than the Chase Sapphire Prefers, where they only cover $10,000 per person and $20,000 per trip. So you get a little bit more protection per traveler. But because the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a little bit better of selection of transfer travel partners and a little bit better of protections, in my opinion, for traveling, I'm going to be putting it in the A tier. So a little bit above the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card, but not the, supreme better than the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. And then next we had the Citi Premier card, and this card is also within the same range, also has a really, the same exact annual fee of $95. And exactly exactly the same welcome bonus of 60,000 bonus points after $4,000 spent within the first 3 months, and it's redeemable for $600 a gift card or travel by thankyou.com. And the Citi Premier isn't that far off of a card from the Wells Fargo autograph card. They have multipliers that are pretty good, 3 times on travel, 3 on restaurants, 3 on gas stations, 3 on supermarkets, so those are pretty solid. Really comparable to the Wells Fargo autograph Journey card. However, one issue that I really have with the Citi's Premier card is the only way to recoup that annual fee is it is possible, but you have to spend on a single hotel stay of $500 or more. Yes, it is possible, but you have to spend $500 to get only a $100 hotel credit back. So if you're willing to spend the money for a 20% discount, yes, the Citi Premier would be kind of worth it to you. But personally, I don't like credit card benefits where you have to spend money first to get the benefit. But one thing that outshines the Wells Fargo autograph card is the transfer travel partners. Like, they have a lot for the Citi Premier card, and the same ones like the Choice Privilege Hotels, which will transfer out exactly the same as the Wells Fargo autograph Journey card from 1 to 2. So 1,000 points equals 2,000 points. They do have a similar problem in that most of them are international flight carriers. They do have JetBlue, so that's nice, and they have Wyndham. But in my opinion, I'm going to put the Citi Premier into the same tier as the Wells Fargo autograph Journey card, or the B tier. Next is US Bank Connect card. Now this is a really interesting card that I feel like doesn't get talked about too much. It also has an annual fee of $95. However, on the first year, you don't have to pay an annual fee. So the first year is going to be a $0 introductory fee. So that's pretty cool. You get to try the card before, actually committing to it. And the welcome bonus is actually kind of better. You get 50,000 bonus points after only spending $2,000. So half the amount you would have to spend with the Wells Fargo autograph Journey card. However, I guess the biggest issue for this US Bank Connect card is that there are no transfer travel partners. You can only redeem it for merchandise, whatever that means. Maybe they have like a bill collection or something like that, gift cards and cash back. But at least you can redeem it as cash back worth about $500. So not bad. But in US Bank fashion, they still had that minimum redemption rate of 2,500 points or $25. The multipliers on the US Bank Connect card aren't really comparable. They really want you to use the US Bank portal, which kind of sucks because it's usually not the best way to book anything in case something goes wrong, especially. But the biggest multiplier is 4 times on travel, 4 times on gas stations, and 4 times on EV charging. So basically 4 times on fueling up. And then 2 times on grocery store delivery, dining, and streaming services. So it's not terrible, but it's not, comparable to the Wells Fargo autograph card, in my opinion, especially with no transfer travel partners. But the one thing that does shine is that they do have a plethora of travel benefits, so that's pretty good. They also have the cell phone protection, but it's not, it doesn't cover up to $1,000. It will cover up to $600, which isn't too bad for a $95 annual fee card. And they do have a streaming bonus for annual streaming credit of $30. So split that for within the year. That's like $2 a month, I guess, kind of. That $95 annual fee can be kind of reduced to $65. So not bad. But not only that, you also get airport lounge access for $95 annual fee card. That's pretty good. And then the TSA pre-check or global entry will also be covered. And that's a benefit, especially if you're getting global entry, $100. You split that within the 5 years, I think, when it expires, that's about like $20 per year. So another $20 off the annual fee. So this card may be worth actually considering getting, especially the reason why you get mid-tier level cards is because you're not traveling that much. So yes, you get less multipliers and you don't get transfer travel partners, but you do get a lot of credits to kind of justify that annual fee. So personally for me, the US Bank Connect card is actually slightly above the Wells Fargo autograph Journey card. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. And then the next card we have is a business card, but as most of you know, a lot of individuals can apply for business cards, usually no problem. And this card is the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card. So basically the business version of the Chase Sapphire Preferred. However, it is a little bit different. Like for example, even though the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card has the same annual fee of $95, it does have a welcome bonus of 100,000 bonus points, but you do have to spend a little bit more, almost twice as much at $8,000 within the first 3 months. So it's a little bit harder for someone in a personal budget to actually achieve that. but it is achievable to some people. And that's a pretty decent welcome bonus. But other than that, it is really similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. They even have the same transfer travel partners. However, the Chase Inc. Business Preferred does have cell phone protection up to $600, so not the greatest, but it is there. And the deductible is $100, so not the best. Especially when comparing it to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey Card, where it covers $1,000 and it only has a deductible of $25, so that's pretty good. And actually, I would kind of argue that the Chase Inc. Business Preferred is lower than the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey Card, because the multipliers are only 3 times on shipping purchases, especially for the individual. They're not going to be making those many kind of purchases. Advertising, internet, and cable, which doesn't, it's not that much money unless you're actually a true business. And travel is not bad, so there's that. And if I'm not mistaken, they don't have any credits on the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, so it makes it a little bit harder to justify this card specifically. Personally, in my opinion, I would rank it similar to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey Card. However, because it's kind of not really for the personal consumer and I'm really comparing it based on that perspective alone, I'm going to be putting it in the C tier. Next, we have the Eagle Navigator card. Now the credit card design is actually one of my personal favorites. As a card though, it's not bad. It has an annual fee, the same as the other ones at $95. They really love that $95. And the multipliers aren't terrible, definitely not comparable to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. You get 3 times points on travel, including air, hotel, car, vacation rentals, rideshare, tolls, and more. So pretty broad category, pretty nice. And 2 times points on everything else, so it makes it a good catch-all card. However, this card doesn't have any transfer travel partners, and if you're trying to redeem the points for cash, it's going to be at a lower rate. The best way to redeem your points for the Eagle Navigator card is to book travel through their travel portal, I'm assuming. But it is possible to get value out of the points, especially so because you're getting a bonus reward with this card of a 10,000 points, so it equals to $100 if you use it towards travel, 1 cent per point. So you can recoup that annual fee of $95. Plus, not only that, you're getting TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, so pretty good for a $95 annual fee card. Plus, you're also getting really good travel insurances like trip cancellation and interruption coverage. Now, it's not as good as the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. It only covers up to $1,500 per person, so that kind of sucks comparative to the $15,000 that the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card gives you. They also have cell phone protection up to $500, not comparable to the $1,000. But they do have baggage delay up to $100, which as of right now, it doesn't seem like the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card does have. So it's a pretty interesting card, but you do have to either be in the military or have like a parent in the military. So it's a little bit more of a restrictive card compared to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. Oh, and also the welcome bonus on this card is half of the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card at only 30,000 points, and you have to spend $3,000 within 90 days. But because you can recoup that annual fee of $95, I will put it in the A tier. And I know that you didn't expect this one to make the list, but did you know that Credit One, yes, Credit One, not Capital One, Credit One makes a travel mid-tier credit card. It's called the Credit One Bank Wanderer card, and it also costs $95. You can even see if you're pre-qualified for it. Now at face value, this card isn't bad. You get 5 times points while traveling, and those include flights, dining, and gas purchases. However, as Credit One, if you do decide to apply for this card, you probably can never cancel this card, or if you do want to cancel this card, it's probably going to cost you like $100 just to cancel. So I don't think it's worth looking into the customer service, even though this card has an annual fee and is more of a premium card. It's probably not worth considering. I love too on their website that they put these additional card benefits. Like, it's such a unique thing to have all these kind of benefits for their card. It's not like every other card has this, right? So for the Credit One Wanderer card, if it wasn't ran by Credit One, I would maybe put it in C tier, in between C and D, D plus, I guess. But because it is ran by Credit One, I am going to put in the lowest tier, which is D tier. Just the customer service alone isn't worth the hassle. And then next we have the First Citizens Travel Card. Like the US Bank Altitude Connect card, it has an annual fee of $95, but within the first year, it is a $0 introductory fee, alongside a 0% APR for the first 12 months. so not bad. The multipliers on this card also isn't too bad. You get unlimited 3 points for travel, 2 times on dining, and 1.5 points on everything else. So it makes a pretty good all-in-one card. But also what's cool with the First Citizens card is that your points get posted daily instead of waiting for the statement. And even though this card doesn't have any transfer travel partners, you can redeem the points for 1 cent per point for a cashback rate or booking for travel. But what's interesting about this card is it does have an airline credit, surprisingly. However, even though it is a $100 airline credit compared to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card where they only give you $50, from my understanding, the Wells Fargo version isn't as restrictive, while the First Citizens travel card is as restrictive as the American Express Platinum card, where you can only use it on certain small things. But it does include seat upgrades, ticket changes, cancellation fees, checked baggage, in-flight entertainment, food and beverages, and lounges. So that's one caveat of the card. So for these reasons, I would put the First Citizens Bank travel card within the same tier. So B tier, really close to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. Then we got a credit card from TD Bank. Now this one actually has a little bit less of an annual fee. The annual fee for this card costs $89, but for the first year, you don't have to pay anything. So the $0 introductory fee type thing. And it also comes with the 0% APR, which is pretty cool. The multipliers on this card isn't bad. You get 3 times points on flights, hotels, car rentals, cruises, and dining. So not terrible, but the welcome bonus is definitely inferior to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card because the TD Bank card only comes with a 25,000 bonus miles when you spend $3,000. So almost similar spend, but way less of a bonus. However, you do get 6 billing cycles to make that $3,000 happen. And from my understanding, TD Bank doesn't have any transfer travel partners, so you're kind of stuck at earning 1 point for 1 cent per point. But it seems like it's even more restrictive than that. You can only get a statement credit towards travel and dining purchases, so you can't get it as straight cash back, so kind of restrictive. So because based on those benefits, I would think I would put the TD card in D tier just because it charges a $89 annual fee, but you're not really getting too much for that. Why not just make it a $0 annual fee card and give me these kind of benefits, right? It's almost the same as a cashback card. And then we got a similar card to the TD Bank card, which actually comes from the same place, Canada, because you know TD Bank comes from Canada. This bank also came from Canada, the BMO or Bank of Montreal. But they do work within the United States. I believe BMO has a headquarters in Chicago. So you can definitely apply for this card if you want to. Whether you do though, I don't think you should. It has an annual fee of $79, but the first year is waived, so similar to the TD card. So I guess the first year is slightly better than the Wells Fargo autograph card where, you know, you have to pay that $95 up front. But other than that, it's not that really special of a card. You get 3 points per dollar spent on dining, hotels, airfare, but capped up at $2,500. Kind of weird. Per calendar quarter at least instead of per year, but still really restrictive. And the welcome offer is definitely less than the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card where it only gives you 35,000 bonus points when the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card gives you 60,000 points. And also for this card, you have to spend $5,000 within the first 3 months. Kind of insane for an average person. And you don't even have that great of benefits. They do have priority pass access, but you only get 2 complimentary visits versus the US Bank Altitude Connect card gives you priority pass for 4 complimentary visits. So a little bit better. I would rather get the US Bank card. Plus also the cell phone insurance isn't comparable to the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card. It only covers up to $600 while the Wells Fargo version covers up to $1,000. So the Wells Fargo card definitely beats this card hands down. And because of that, we're also going to put the BMO card in the D tier. Now this next card, I kind of changed my mind on it after doing a live stream, is the Bank of America Premium Rewards card. It also has a similar annual fee of the other cards at $95, and it has the exact same welcome offer as the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card of 60,000 bonus points after $4,000 spent within the first 90 days or 3 months. So that's exactly the same, but the multipliers are definitely lacking on this card. It has 2 points for every dollar spent on travel and dining purchases, so not that great, and then 1.5 points for every other thing else. So it makes it a good catch-all card, but it doesn't make it like the greatest card out there. However, one thing that changed my mind on this card is that you get TSA pre-check and global entry, so $100 credit. But what comes in clutch is that they also give you a $100 airline incidental statement credit for qualifying purchases, really similar to the American Express Platinum card. So if you're able to use that airline fee credit, you could offset the annual fee plus the TSA pre-check. You could be coming out ahead. But because of the multipliers kind of lacking on this card, I will have to put it in B tier. You know what? I've been thinking about the cards that I've been putting in A tier, and I think the Bank of America card could be in A tier. But I hear so many, problems with people redeeming for the airline credit. It's just really difficult to do, and I definitely understand that, especially you hold an airline card where the bags and the fees are covered using the specific airline card, right? So even though I am putting it in B tier, I would put it in like B plus tier. And then we got a card from Capital One, the Capital One Venture card. This card also comes with a $95 annual fee, the same as all the other ones for some reason. But this one, the Capital One Ventures welcome bonus, is actually a little bit higher than the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card at 75,000 miles after $4,000 to spend within the first 3 months. So same spend requirement, same time limit, but you get 75,000 points instead of 60,000. So the venture card definitely wins out in welcome bonuses, but for multiplier wise, you only get 2x miles for every dollar spent. And that's not bad as a catch-all card, but with an annual fee of $95, definitely harder to justify. Of course, if you were to book within the Capital One travel portal, you could get 5 times points, but travel portals are kind of messy, especially if something goes wrong. And a lot of the times travel portals have different prices compared to booking it directly. And if I'm not mistaken, you're not allowed to put your loyalty numbers into the Capital One travel portal. However, with a Capital One Venture card, you do have a lot more travel partners compared to the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card. Capital One's travel partners are really similar to the Citi's travel partners. However, it can be kind of lower with the Capital One transfer travel partners, because what I read with the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card, for transferring out to Choice Privileges Hotel, you can transfer 1 point for every 2 Choice Privileges Hotel points, versus Capital One is just 1-to-1. But they do definitely have a lot more. Of course, it has the same problem where it's mostly international, but you do have the option. And also for hotels, you do have Wyndham as an option as well. I think the only thing you can kind of justify the Capital One Venture card is that you do get Hertz status, the 5-star status, and they do have a pretty good set of travel protections. But other than that, not too interesting of a card. However, they do have Capital One Entertainment, which they kind of promote with the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card, where they say autographed Journey card holders have access to a new entertainment benefit called Autograph Card Exclusives, offering access to concerts that showcase big name artists in small venues. So because the Capital One Venture has an annual fee that is kind of harder to recoup, it seems like that you're only kind of offsetting that annual fee by using the TSA pre-check benefit or global entry credit. However, it does have transfer travel partners, which can make the points a little bit more worth it, even though it has crappier multipliers, especially compared to the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card. I'm going to be putting it in C tier. It's not the worst, but I definitely, maybe not worth applying for, especially over the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card. And then we have more of a category for travel cards that are about within the $90 mid-tier level range. The only real issue with these cards is that you have to be sucked into the ecosystem, which I don't think is the demographic of people of trying to apply for the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card. You want the flexibility to go to whatever hotel you want and use whatever airline you want, right? So even though these hotel cards are really valuable and I really like them, because a lot of the times you can recoup the annual fee for these cards, I would love to put them in S tier, but I think I'm gonna have to put them just in A tier. They're really similar. Usually a lot of them, if not all of them, have a free night certificate where it outshines the annual fee. And then the same concept with the airline credit cards. A lot of them that are the mid-tier level range at least aren't usually that special, but if you do fly exclusively with the airline, they do come with a lot of benefits, like getting status is a lot easier and getting, checked bags, but specifically for that airline, so you don't have that flexibility. I would love to put them in B tier alongside with the Wells Fargo autographed Journey card, but because not all of them are that great of credit cards, even though you do fly with the airline, I'm gonna be putting it in between B and C tier, more like a C plus type of thing. Especially since a lot of these airline cards don't compare in multiplier wise to the Wells Fargo autograph journey card. And that's basically my tier list for mid-tier travel credit cards. As you notice, I didn't put any actually in this S tier because I feel like a lot of mid-tier travel credit cards are nice for like beginner setups, but you notice really quick that they're harder and harder to justify, especially you're paying that annual fee. And a lot of these cards, you can't recoup that annual fee. You're paying something out of pocket versus a lot of the premium travel credit cards. If you're willing to fork over the money, there is a possibility of you being able to recoup that annual fee and actually get more value from that card than a lot of these, if not all of these cards, except the hotel cards. But like I said, I couldn't put them in S tier because you don't get the flexibility, but I digress. Maybe that's a video for another time. Let me know what you think of my tier list and I'll see you later.